Hi friends, so today we are going to continue to talk about context clues. So let's go over our I can statement first and then we will move on. So our I can statement for today is I can find the meaning of the unknown word by using context clues. And I'm going to keep it on the screen for a minute while we talk a little bit about what context clues are. So remember that sometimes when we are reading, we come across a word we don't know. We can use context clues in the text to figure out the meaning of the word we don't know. Context clues are hints that the author gives in the text that help us determine the meaning of the unknown word. Remember, these hints can be found in the same sentence or even in other sentences around the word. So let's go over the different types of context clues. First, we have definition clues. The definition or description of the unknown word is stated in the sentence or surrounding sentences. A synonym clue. A synonym for the unknown word is given, which lets you know the meaning. These are also sometimes called restatement clues because the meaning is restated in the synonym. Then we have antonym clues. An antonym for the unknown word is given. This is also sometimes called restatement. Also called a contrast clue because the word is contrasted with a word of the opposite meaning. And then we have an example clue. Sometimes the author provides a specific example of the unknown word, which helps you determine the meaning. So we're going to look at some today. I've pulled up my Cami so I can help you highlight, and I've marked out what these clues are. So we're going to look at each clue, and we're going to guess which one it is by using our schema or our background knowledge of what each type is and what we've talked about previously. So let's read the story. My great-aunt Hilda bought an unusual hat. Whenever she wore it, people stopped and stared at it because it was so different. People often asked her where she bought such an unusual hat. Aunt Hilda told them about the downtown market where she found it. Aunt Hilda enjoyed talking to people about her hat. So let's talk about what does unusual mean. Is it A, soft and cuddly, B, different or uncommon, or C, shiny and new? So let's go back in this and highlight. Remember, you can use your markup, your text highlighter, and whatever color you want. And highlight these important things. So we know we're already looking for the underlined word, unusual. So what are some things that we can think of in the sentence before or after? Well, there's no sentence before, so the sentence after or the sentences after. That might help us find out what this word means. So let's think. I'm going to give you a little time while I read it, and we're going to come together in just a second. All right, if you need a little more time, go ahead and pause. If you don't, let's continue through it. So what pointed out to me was I read the second sentence. Whenever she wore it, people stopped and stared at it because it was so different. So think of this word, not people. Sorry, I think it's a little. So think of this word different right here. Oh my goodness. There we go. So think of this word different. Could this help us determine what the meaning of unusual means? Does unusual mean different? Think about the sentence. Whenever she wore it, people stopped and stared. So it's telling us that when she wore this unusual hat, people stopped and stared. Do you stop and stare at somebody if they're wearing something normal? If somebody's wearing a pair of blue jeans, do you stop and stare? Probably not. But if somebody was wearing an unusual hat of sorts, you might stop and stare, maybe because it was so different. So let's come down and see if we see what the meaning, if that was a meaning. So what does unusual mean? Does it mean soft and cuddly? No. Does it mean different or uncommon? That's a good option, but remember, we always read through and then we go back and choose. Does it mean shiny and new? No. So you are correct. It means different or uncommon. So what type of clue was this? it gave us another word for this context. It gave us another word for the underlined word. So what do you think? What type? Is this an example, a definition, a synonym, or an antonym? If you said synonym, go ahead and kiss your brain because you are correct. It is a synonym clue because the word different means the same thing as unusual. Let's go ahead to our next one. Jimmy loved his toy airplane and was very upset when one of the wings fell off. His dad took the toy airplane into the garage and used his tools to repair it. Jimmy smiled when his dad handed him the airplane. It wasn't damaged anymore. It was repaired. So we're going to read this sentence before and after to talk about what repair might mean. His dad took the toy airplane into the garage and used his tools to repair it. Jimmy smiled when his dad handed him the airplane. It wasn't damaged anymore. So one word that sticks out to me is right here. It wasn't damaged. So what could repair mean? If it wasn't damaged anymore, it was repaired. Could our word that helps us be damaged? So we know that damaged is something that's broken. If he was repairing it, he wasn't damaging anymore. He was doing the opposite of damaging, which is fixing it or repairing it. So let's see. What does repair mean? Does it mean to buy? No. To fly? No. To fix? Yes. So remember, one way we can check that is to go back and put this word into the sentence where the context clue is. So I'll read it right here. I'll read each one in place of repair. His dad took the toy airplane into the garage and used his tools to buy it. He wouldn't use his tools to buy it, would he? Would he use his tools to fly it? Probably not to fly it. He would use his hands or remote control. I'm about to fix it. Would he use his tools to fix it? So fix it does make the most sense in this. And what type of clue is this? An antonym, because damage is the opposite of repair. So let's hurry along to our next one. Tom was driving to the store with his sister. He told her to watch out for the curve in the road ahead. The road curves like a hook up shape ahead. You need to be careful. Tom's sister slowed down and drove around the curve. All right, so we are looking for what the word curve means. So right here, we're told kind of like what a curve is. We're told like a hook up ahead. So is it telling us what a curve is like? Maybe like an example of one? Let's look. What is a curve? Is it a steep hill that goes straight up, a rounded line or path, or a wet spot on the ground? So if you think of a hook, I want to show you what a hook might look like if you want. Okay. So a hook kind of looks like this. So if you need to be careful and slow down, would you need to do that up a steep hill that goes straight? You might need to be careful, but I doubt you would really need to slow down. It might be good to go a little faster, get a little momentum. Is it a rounded line or path? Well, this is round, and it is a path, and you would need to be careful and slow. So let's wait on that one. What about a wet spot on the ground? Would a wet spot be like a hook up ahead? No, so it has to be a rounded line or path. And what type of clue is this? It says the road curves like a hook up ahead. That pretty much gives us an example. Great job. Let's read the next one. Cassie woke up early and looked out her bedroom window. It was a beautiful winter day. There was snow everywhere. Cassie loved winter. She always looked forward to the coldest season of the year. Cassie got her sled out of the closet and pulled her hat before running out the door. So let's see. Let's go ahead and read the questions. What is winter? Is it A, the coldest season of the year, the warmest hat, or the bedroom window? So Cassie loved winter. She always looked forward to the coldest season of the year. She got out her sled, she pulled on her hat, and she would go outside. And she said there was snow everywhere. So let's see about what winter. We probably know what winter is because of our schema, our background knowledge that we talked about last week. But for this sake, let's go ahead and just read through and talk about it. So she loved winter, and it's telling you it's the coldest season. She gets out her sled for the snow and wears her hat, probably so she doesn't get cold. That's my inference. So what is winter? Is it the coldest season of the year? I mean, it does tell us the coldest season of the year, but let's keep going. Is it the warmest hat? She gets a hat out, but I don't think it's the warmest one. Is it the bedroom window? No, she looked out her bedroom window, but it isn't the bedroom window. It is A, the coldest season of the year. So I think we can come to a conclusion that this gave us the definition of what winter was. It is a definition clue. So what you're going to do on your Google slide is you're going to come and you're going to move these to each one. So whichever one has the correct meaning. You'll probably have to zoom in a little bit to read it. So you're going to find out, using context clues, what the meaning of the underlined word is. And by the end of this, we should be able to come back to our I can statement, and we'll go over it in our small group, that we can find the meaning of the unknown word by using context clues. That's our goal. If you're not there yet, that's okay. That's what our small group for is, to really push to that, okay? So I can't wait to see you in small group. Go ahead and start this, and we'll talk a little bit more about context clues then. See you guys.